Hi everybody, this is Miss Florida Hot Picks here, giving you guys another Pick 3 lottery video. And today we're going to work on Pick 3 of Colorado. I have an updated strategy that I want to share with you guys. If you happen to be outside of Colorado, stay tuned. You know, some of the tips and techniques may help you guys in other areas as well. So today I got a few things I want to go over. I want to show you how to lock in hits using a date sum. I want to show you how to lock in hits using a date number. And also, we're going to go through a live prediction together to see what may be coming out in Colorado in the next few days. Y'all ready? I'm ready. So on November 15th, midday, Colorado had a hit of 292. And we put it into the 1, 2, 3 rundown. Now, for those that don't know how to count one out, they're really simple. We're just going to add each number down the columns. All right. So for the first column, we'll add 1 all the way down. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. When you get to your 2-digit number, only use your ones, place your 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. You know that you did it right because the number you start with 2 will be the number that you end with. Okay, so now we'll add just a few, 2 all the way down. 2 plus 9 is 11. Only use your 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Keep it going all the way down till you get to that 9. All right, and then you're going to add 3 all the way down. So 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. Keep it going till you get to that 2. All right, once you have everything nicely completed, I want you to pay close attention to your left side. I've seen this pattern work on the right side as well. Okay, more left side, but feel free to use both. If you're outside of Colorado and you want to pay attention to this strategy, this pattern, you want to see if this works in your state, just look for the left and right, okay, and compare to see what you're seeing more of. All right, so we're going to start with the left side. Okay, the left side, I'm looking for a set of doubles. Okay, these doubles, if you notice here, we have a 5, 5. I'm going to square that off. We also have its mirror, 0, 5. Yep. Now, some of you may be shaking your head, 0, 5. That's not the same number. They are. In lottery math, they're called mirror numbers. They're just opposite of each other. All my newbies, make sure you jot down this mirrors chart, okay? 0 could be a 5. 5 could be a 0. All right. 1 could be a 6. 6 could be a 1. 2 could be a 7. 7 could be a 2. 3 can be an 8. 8 can be a 3. 4 can be a 9. And 9 could be a 4. That's what we mean by mirror numbers. All right. So going back to the example here, we're looking for doubles and double mirrors. Now, the cool part is you're going to actually use the number in the box to lock in that hit. And the pairs you're going to use are going to be between these doubles. You see these slanted doubles, the 7 and 7? The pair we're going to start with is 6, 9. Okay, so if we put that all together, what do we get, guys? 5, 6, 9. Write that down. Also, make sure, because I've seen them come off the mirrors, okay? When you backtrack, you'll see what I'm talking about. Other states, you may want to do both as well, okay? I love the, hanging around the doubles, but they may come around the mirrors. So if you look here, you got a 2, 7. That's the split, right? 2 and 7, they're the same number. What's between it, guys? 1, 9. So we would go 5, 1, 9. All right, and 0, 1, 9. You use both. Why? Because they have both. Always cover yourselves. Okay, I've lost many games not putting all of them down, and they'll be sitting right in my face after I figured out what happened. I'm like, oh man. So I want you guys to cover yourselves. Okay. All right. So we'll stop right there. On November 15th evening, guess what hit? 6, 5, 9. We have it as 5, 6, 9. Bam. On the chart is 5, 6, 9. Now this was the same day. Now, how do I know if I'm looking at this that this would play that night? I want you to pay attention to your date number, not date sum right now, date number, okay? Your date number comes from the date. So November 15th, we will write down November 15th again. What's the actual date? The 15th, right? For lottery math, we're only going to use what? The ones place. So 5 would be the date number, okay? 5 or 0. When you look on the left side, that's why I had you start there. You notice that the date number was 5, it matched, or 0 and 5, it matched. And guess what? All you did was put it together. Bam. This is cool because you may be able to get combinations for days ahead. This just happened to play that night. It just showed up that midday. It happened to play that night. But you backtrack and make sure you're keeping a daily log so you know what's going on. It may not always happen that next draw, but it could come a couple days or draws later, just based on that date number. Again, not date sum. Now, we're going to talk about the date sum for this example. Why? Because Colorado, y'all could go either or. So you just have to pay attention. Okay? This is what I mean. November 15th evening. Again, we said was 659. So we put it into the 1, 2, 3 rundown. Now, if you notice, there's two special things about this rundown. The left side, if we're just paying attention to the left side doubles, we're going to notice a 7-7 and a 2-7. You see that? Okay. Now, you also notice that it's 7-7-2 all the way across. This is what we call a false triple. Okay, they're almost perfect triples, but they're not. 7-7-2. Remember, 7 and 2, they're mirror numbers. That's why you need to know that. Okay, so this is a good example to use even if you come with these false triples. But on the normal, a lot of times they'll just have your double date sum or date number. Now for this one, you notice that the date is already November 15th evening. So you notice on the left side, you don't see a date number, right? Okay. If you were to add it as a date sum, now let's talk about date sums. What's a date sum now? Okay. A date sum is when you add the month and the date together. So we're going to do that again. Or do it for the first time, excuse me. November 15th, we add it together. We would get what, guys? 26, right? Now, for date sums, that would be, we would only use the ones place. So 6 or 1 would be the date sum. On the left side, do you see a 6 or 1? No, you see 7s. Let's box this in. Okay, you see 7s, right? Okay. So, the cool thing is, this is why I said they change back and forth. All right. So, I don't see a date sum and I don't see it as a day number. So let's try this and see if it'll hit on the date sum. Now, let's find the date sum of 7. The date sum of 7 would be what? November 16th, which is the next day. We add that together, guys, what do we get? 27. So you got 7 right here. So the date sum, based on these doubles and double mirrors, would be 7 or 2. This is letting me know that it could be a date sum, or it could even be a date number for that. Again, you can go back and forth, do both. I'm sharing this with you because Colorado, one day they'll do this and one day they'll do that. But there is consistency on the left side. That's why I like this. Okay. Well, let me show you what happened. Okay. Let's put the combinations together. All right. So let's go. Again, we're looking, you see that 9, 9 right here? That's going to let us know where the pairs will fit, okay? So we're going to go 7, 8, 1. Put that down. All right. And we're also going to go 7, 3, 1 down there. Okay, because you see that 4, 9 blocks it. 7, 9, excuse me, 7, 3, 1, 7, 3, 1, and then 2, 3, 1. Give yourself that option. So you got about 3 numbers doing it with this particular strategy, right? Okay. Guess what hit November 16th, which happened to be the date sum of 7 or 2. 8, 7, 1. We have it as 7, 8, 1 here. 7, 8. Excuse me. You can do it a few ways. You can do block off either one, would be just fine. 7, 8, 1 is right there. Okay. Now, the reason why I wanted to show you both, because they're interchangeable. Real simple. They're interchangeable. So this is letting me know that this could have played on the date sum of 7, which was November 16th. Or it may even play on November 17th. Okay. November 17th would be the date 7. And they're interchangeable. I hope you guys are catching this, Colorado. All right. So don't get just caught up on just the date sum. Look at that date number as well. Give yourself both options. So it could have hit the 16th of November, which was the date sum of 7, or it could hit the November 17th. Pay attention. You want to play those both days, you do that. The 16th and the 17th, you do that. I wanted to show you both because I have to refigure even how I do Florida, because I'm just so stuck on just the date sum. I think that's all is to it, but there's so much more. And that's when we're looking for consistency. We got to think outside the box. Don't just stay stuck like me for many years thinking it has to be one way. It's not. It's not. If you don't want to go back and forth with a date sum or date number, you choose. If you rather go, you see them doing more with the date sum, you use the date sum. If you notice that they're using more with a date number, where they're taking the number from the date, you use that. Okay. If you just want to do both, you want to ride it out. You're like, hold on, I'm going to play these 3 numbers on these 2 days because I'm trying to get that hit. Then you do that as well. Okay. Play on paper first. Don't just go spending your money. I want to make sure that you understand and that you're locking in the concept. Okay. Now, if you guys feel I've given you a great deal of value today, definitely go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Why? Because I don't want you guys missing out on these hot strategies. I don't. Now, let's go ahead and get to this live prediction. Hold on. All right, guys, let's get to the hot picks for Colorado. We're going to figure this thing out together. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to the date, or the date sum or the date number on your left side as a double. So let's go ahead. We have November 14th evening. The hit was 408. We put it into the 1, 2, 3 rundown. What do you guys see on the left side? Double 8s. Bam. And 3 and 8. Bam. Remember, told you to learn your mirrors. Okay, you need to know both. Okay. Now, let me also extend, if I may, extend this a little bit. 5, 2, 1, because I need to see more numbers under here. Apologize. I should have had that done already, but stuff happens. Okay, can y'all still see that? Okay, I need to make sure I do that. All right, so we have the doubles figured out. This is telling me 2 things. The date sum has to equal 8 or 3, or it's going to be the actual date number. So what does that mean? That means the date sum would be November 17th. That would be the next one coming, which would be 8. This date sum of 8. Or it could play on November 18th, the date number. So what would I do? Start playing it on the date sum. If you don't catch it on the date sum, then you go to what? The date number. Play those numbers again, okay? That way you can cover yourself. Now, play on paper before you start making any wagers or anything like that. Take your time and get the gist of it, because if you only want to use one or the other, that you're free to do that. I'm just letting you know what I've been seeing for the last few days, okay? All right. Now we're going to do the easy part. Let's put them together, okay? Let's put these things together. All right. So again, that 0, 0 is letting me know that the pairs that we're looking for are right in between them. So I would go 8, 9, 2. Bam. All right. You got 8, 9, 2 again. I would go down here. Now you guys see where I had to extend that. Feel free to do so. So 5 and 0, they're mirrors. So the pair we're looking at is 4, 2. I would go 8, 4, 2. And I would go 3, 4, 2. And just to clarify, I would either play them the November 17th because the date sum is 8. You see that 8 as in doubles. Or I would hang around and play them also November 18th, the actual date number. That'll be totally up to you. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't guarantee hits on this channel. Play responsibly. Make sure you play on paper first until you get comfortable. All right. Thank you guys for your time. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.